Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here to talk about my league start plans for 326. I am going to be actually running a duo build for the league start with my friend. We're going to be doing a Aurabot and melee carry duo build. Super excited for the new changes to group party play. It should make things pretty interesting. Straight up a flat buff to loot. Pretty cool. This is our early kind of game start, for the first like 40-ish levels, honestly, for the first basically until the second ascendancy trial, right? So act like 6, right? Just regular leveling. Sunder for me, I don't know, Holy Flame Totem and that fire molten fire throwy skill for him. I don't really play Templars. I'm more of a melee guy. But he's gonna be just leveling regular. He's going Guardian. I'll go over it in a sec. So we're just gonna be kind of leveling just whatever together. And then when we get to the second ascendancy, and this, the third ascendancy is really where it starts to come online. He's going to be able to start supporting me, and we're going to be doing a sweep build. So this is with pretty basic stuff. This is a one hybrid with flat fizz and a crafted attack speed weapon, super attainable. In the practice run I ran a few days ago on stream, I got an axe that was higher than this at like Act 6, I think. So extremely attainable to have something like this. All of these have basically no mods on them, just some generic stuff, just to kind of give an example. Ignore this. This is just like uniques that I could use. As you can see here, barely anything is really checked. Pretty much no conditionals. 10 Warcry power, just because the only time I really need to use Warcries other than Seismic Cry would probably be, I don't know, near a rare unique. I guess I can take this away anyways. But yeah. Always impaling. We have 100% impale. Frenzy charges are being generated by Blood Rage, which should be fairly, reliable to generate. We've got our auras here. Obviously none of these need to be linked. The only thing that you actually need as a link is this 4 link. And then obviously this is good, but if not, you can just do a 3 link with these things. You don't even need more duration in here. I don't even know why I had this in. It doesn't really feel like it does all that much. And then this is obviously, you want these 2 linked so that it's up all the time. If you can fit in more duration, it's great. But Molten Shell, Socket this, so a 3 link and a 4 link is what's necessary to get everything kind of going here, right? But this is with no conditionals, your damage, and this is like in Act 7, right? Act 7, this is what your damage would be, and your tankiness with just the Aurabot that we're playing with right now. No conditionals up, really, just basic stuff. If you get some conditionals up, he's running Enduring Cry, so we can potentially get some endurance charges up there. Onslaught Flask, if you click it, if your pride stacks up to the max, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, but stuff like that would be conditional buffs to your damage. This is just kind of stuff that we're gonna have to get us through the acts. But what we have for our Endgame build is much better. I'll show you his Aurabot real quick too. This would be at second act or third act. You could start running stuff like that. Smite, Generosity, Moderation, Determination, Grace, Purity of Elements. These are all level 10 just to kind of show that they're not, we're not over leveling, but realistically, these are probably somewhere in this neighborhood, right? Anyways, Vitality, Grace, Automation, Molten Shell we have turned off, but that's what you would have. And then we have Sentinel of Radiance, and he is just supporting me with all this stuff. You would want to throw in a shield here because a lot of this stuff is going for block. I believe that he retooled some of this, so this isn't quite exactly accurate. I think he actually, when I sent this to them, he changed it to come up here and go over to Foresight and then come down to this one instead, because I don't think he's coming all the way down here. I think it's probably more like this, right? Something in this realm. I'm not exactly sure, but it's something like this. But early on, he gets some block because block is going to be really strong in the campaign. Kind of takes a lot of this stuff. I know that also he like has to respec, but I think he takes some of this minion damage stuff potentially, and then respecs it later. But you're basically going to take first Sentinel of Radiance, push you through the campaign, super reliable. Next, obviously, you start pathing towards Unwavering Faith, but you're going to start taking this. This is already going to be a start of a buff. And once we get all the ores and everything going, which might require this third one, right? But once you get this third one, the third Ascendancy, then you're really online. And it will give my character lots and lots of damage. So that's kind of what we're doing. He's basically giving me all the tankiness, and I am surviving. Also, you don't have to rock sweep if you don't want to. I just really like the skill. You can do just straight up Sunder out the gate. You can see it's even more damage right now. So I'll probably stay on this until we do the full transition anyways. Sunder, it's pretty strong, They gave a lot to this skill. It's a very good skill. But yeah, I mean, with some of the conditionals, I can get 300,000. It's pretty good. Anyways, let's go ahead and show what we'll be kind of building towards. This is kind of what we're looking at for the next, stage. This is what we're going to be gearing for. Obviously, we're going to have to gear slowly and get enough currency to get this stuff. But this is the Aurabot's Aurabot build. He, it's pretty stock standard. He's going to be reserving a lot of his life, so he's going to be going core skating or elixir, which means you have to have this notable here from brutal restraint, so that you can auto sustain, and you can check on here if you are going to have this up 100% of the time. You can see flask uptime on that bottom number is 100%, which makes it so that he doesn't take chaos damage to his HP, which would instantly kill him. And then he's opting for this, which is going to be up about 60% of the time, which is pretty good. Alternatively, before we have a roomies, if this potentially is expensive, the other option is to get a curse reduction flask. And with that, you can take this mastery here, plus the plus this minor pantheon, and have curse immunity, because curse immunity is definitely something you're going to want to get. It could be difficult. It could be a struggle. You might be wondering also how he's getting fortification stacks, right? Because he doesn't have fortify socketed anywhere. That's part of the champion thing that I'm going to be playing. But yeah, it's pretty stock standard. I'll go ahead and link these, both the league start, like the early game stuff to get you through the campaign, and I'll link the end game stuff to be chasing towards in in the description down below for you guys. But yeah, some of this stuff definitely could be expensive, for sure. But we're gonna be just kind of slowly pushing towards that. We've got a lot of other options in here that you can go for early. You know, right? This is kind of like the Giga Endgame, where he's gonna be running literally every aura in the game, shy of Malevolence and Zealotry, basically. Because we're not a dot build and we're not a spell build. But you know, you can absolutely go early on before, you know, before you hit all this gear. You can use some other things that will allow you to, you know, run a little bit less, but still be very strong. And then this is the damage you've been waiting for. This is with no conditionals up, and I'm not even taking some of the best support gems for a couple of reasons, and I'll explain that in a sec here. We don't want to take cock effect because we want the AoE huge, right? We want that AoE massive, which they haven't updated the skill gems in POB at the time. So right now I have a config for that 20% AoE, which is from the updated Summon Flame Golem. As well as we're going to equip on one of the mercenaries from the new thing, where damage will be lucky. We're going to put a Paragol's toe or whatever it is, that amulet that gives nearby allies damage is lucky. But this is no conditionals up, lowest damage. If you don't have a mercenary with that thing up, this is what the damage is like. And obviously it ramps from there. We are doing a armor evasion stacking, getting the buffs from Perseverance. As you can see, it is giving a massive portion of our damage, about 56%. And obviously that will scale up even more when our flasks activate here. But this is no conditionals. This is our EHP. These are our max hits, pretty high. This is our damage, and it ramps from there. We are, for my character, these are the two necessary ones, right? The Formless Flame and the Zodiac, or the Perfect Form Zodiac thing. Once we get those, we can do it, this build, and Perseverance, and Perseverance. Once we have these three uniques, we can do it with anything. These are nice, but you can do it without them. It lowers the damage, actually, or obviously, but, and a little bit of the tankiness, because this gives you plus 10 fortification, but it's still very, very workable. You don't need this Watcher Eye either, and you don't need this lethal Pride Timeless Jewel. It's just nice to have. What you're looking for is +1 max fortification and anything else that it benefits. But we're going a full Trinity build here, where you use a full fizz crit based axe, and this isn't even like perfect T1 recommed. This is just a decent craft where you roll essences until you land like tier 4 or higher hybrid, and then lock prefixes Veiled Orb until you can get a Veiled Prefix. Unveil the Fizz mod. Prefixes cannot be changed. Reforge attack speed, or reforge speed, and then craft hybrid crit. It's pretty easy to make this. It can be expensive depending on your luck, but it's deterministic. Yeah, all this is pretty good, pretty decent. Oh, I forgot to mention the reason that you want to have these specific or a kind of combination of these kinds of support gems, because you want to be able to have your 6-link in your chest piece, which is going to be obviously hard to roll because a lot of these support gems are red or blue. If you were using the best ones like Multi-Strike, Conk Effect, Cruelty, EpiPen, WED, stuff like that is obviously going to be potentially better than some of the ones that I have in here. But if you can fit all those in, then you can use this mastery here that gives you armor and evasion per red and green socket, and it gives a lot of obviously defenses and offenses. So it's a pretty good tech. So I'm excited for that. We're gonna build this to the moon, take it as far as we can. We're gonna be playing in hardcore, so it's definitely going to be a risky but entertaining thing. We're both excited. Hopefully it works out, and I will definitely document and stream everything if you guys want to tune in. Sorry for being a little bit scatterbrained as well. I'm new to YouTubing, but we are going to get there. Maybe I'll make a script next time. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. It would really help me out. I am trying to pursue this best I can. And thanks for watching. Peace.